Hello friends, welcome to today's class. Today's going to be a quick Power Vinyasa class, so we'll go ahead and get right into it. So roll out your mat and we'll meet in a seat, taking a few moments to find our breath and settle into today's practice. So sitting up nice and tall, palms can be open up towards the sky, resting on our knees, or they can be anywhere that feels comfortable. Noticing how we're feeling at the start of our practice. And on our next inhale, we'll reach those arms up and overhead. Exhale, bring palms to heart center. Inhale, reach those arms back up overhead, taking up space. Then exhale, reach the right hand towards the back and your left to your knee for a gentle seated twist. Taking a deep breath here. And on your next inhale, both arms come back overhead, neutral spine. And exhale, take it to the other side. So right palm on right knee and left fingertips reaching behind us. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, maybe you find a deeper twist. Inhale, arms back overhead. And then we'll let our right forearm come gently down to the mat for a side stretch. So left arm is extended overhead. You can play with opening your chest to the sky and then walk those fingertips over to the other side, holding in any spots that may feel tight. And then inhale, reach that left arm up overhead, finding our side body stretch that feels good for us today. And then we'll walk back up and then we'll find our way in a tabletop position. So we'll go through a few rounds of cat-cow here. So on an inhale, drop the belly, open the chest. And exhale, round through the spine, pushing up out of the shoulders, rounding. And going through a few more rounds here at your own pace. Finding whatever movement feels good here. Maybe you take side to side or some cat-cow circles. You roll your hips around. And then we'll meet back at a neutral spine and lift those knees 1 inch off the ground for hovering cat. Option to tuck your toes or come up on the tops of the feet. And then push up and over the toes into downward dog. So this is our first down dog of the day. So go ahead and pedal those feet out. Feel the stretch in the back of the legs and the calves. And then when you're ready, inhale, send that right leg out and long for three-legged dog. Open the hip for scorpion. Equally pressing out of both hands, both palms, reaching the chest towards the thighs. Inhale, take that leg back out long. Exhale, knee to nose, hold. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Send it back. And then exhale, knee to left elbow. And we'll send it back. And this time, hug the knee into the nose as you step it through into a high lunge. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Find your balance as we come into our high lunge. So we'll go through the sequence a little slower the first time and we'll speed it up. So open the chest, interlace your fingertips behind you. And then exhale, fold over that front leg. And then inhale, press out of that front foot as you rise back up to a high lunge with control. Exhale, take your right palm to the back, left palm forward, and find your exalted warrior. Opening up through the side of the body. Exhale, cartwheel those arms out to the side. So now we're in warrior 2, facing the left side of our mat. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward, up and back to find your reverse warrior. Feeling that side body lengthen. And on your next exhale, cartwheel that front arm down towards the mat. Palm reaches towards the mat, hovering or resting on the mat or on a block. Inhale, straighten that front leg for extended triangle. On your next inhale, rise up to reverse. Exhale, find your warrior two. Inhale, high lunge. And exhale, plant your palms, find your chaturanga. You can lower the knees or keep that back leg lifted. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. So take one deep breath here. On your next inhale, we'll take it to the other side. Left leg out and long, three-legged dog. Open that hip to find scorpion, still pressing out of both palms equally. Inhale, take it long. Exhale, hug the knee into the nose. Hold. Inhale, back out long. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, take it long. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Take it long. Exhale, hug the knee up towards the nose as you step that foot in between the palms and reach up overhead for high lunge. Opening the chest, reaching behind the back to interlace the hands. And exhale, fold over that front knee. Keeping the chest open, feeling that stretch in the shoulders. Inhale to come back up, arms overhead. Exhale to find your exalted warrior. So left hand reaches back, right hand reaches overhead, feeling that nice side body stretch. On your next exhale, we'll cartwheel our arms out and face the other side for warrior two. Inhale, flip the palm, reach forward, up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel that front hand towards the mat or a block as we find extended triangle. Inhale, straighten that front leg for extended triangle, Earlier was side angle. Inhale, press out of that front foot with control to find reverse. Exhale, back to warrior two. Inhale, back to high lunge. And exhale, plant your palms, send that leg back, keep it lifted or lowered, and find your chaturanga. So now we're meeting back in downward dog. Take one more deep breath, and now we'll go through that same sequence a little bit faster. So sinking one breath per movement. Inhale, right leg, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Three-legged. Exhale, knee to right elbow. And then we'll hug the knee into the chest as we step it through. Inhale, reach arms up overhead for high lunge. Exhale, open the chest, interlace the hands to fold over that front leg. Inhale, press back up with control, arms overhead. And exhale to twist. Inhale, find your exalted warrior. Exhale, cartwheel those arms out to the other side, warrior two. Inhale, reverse the palm, reach up for reverse. Exhale, find your extended side angle. Inhale for triangle. Take a breath. On your next inhale, find your reverse. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale to high lunge. And then we'll plant the palms and find our chaturanga. So meeting in downward dog. We'll take another deep breath here. Our next inhale, left leg goes up to three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to left elbow, send it back. Exhale, knee to right elbow, send it back. And then hug the knee into the nose as you step it through. Inhale, arms overhead for high lunge. Exhale, open the chest, interlace the hands behind as you fold over with control. Don't fall like I almost did. Inhale to rise back up, arms overhead. Exhale to twist. Inhale, find your exalted. Exhale, find your warrior two facing the other side. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale for triangle. Take a breath. Your next inhale, find reverse triangle. And exhale, warrior two. Inhale to high lunge. Exhale, plant your palms, find your chaturanga. Meeting in downward dog. We'll take a couple deep breaths here to reground ourselves. Okay, and this time we'll add a fallen star in the beginning here. So inhale, right leg up, long, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. This time take it to the left elbow. Send it back and then hug it in towards the right elbow. Shift your weight as you find fallen star. And then we'll send it back to the three-legged and then hug it towards the nose as you step up and reach arms overhead to find your high lunge. Exhale, interlace as you fold over that front knee. Inhale to rise back up with control. Exhale to twist to the other side. Inhale, exalted. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, find your reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale for triangle. Take a breath. On your next inhale, find your reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to high lunge. And exhale, find your chaturanga, and we'll meet in downward facing. So taking a couple deep breaths here before we take it to the other side. Inhale, send that left leg out long. Exhale, hug it into the nose. Inhale to send it back. Exhale, knee to right elbow, send it back. Knee to left elbow, shift your weight, find fallen star, leg hovered or to the ground. With control, back to three-legged. And then we'll step it through to high lunge. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, interlace those fingertips behind you and find your fold. Inhale, come back up to high lunge. Exhale to find your twist. Inhale to find exalted. Exhale to find warrior two on the other side. Inhale, flip your grip, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale for triangle. On your next inhale, find reverse warrior or reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale to high lunge, and then exhale, plant the palms, send it back, and chaturanga to upward facing. And exhale, we'll all meet in downward dog. So take a few deep breaths here. Maybe you take some big exhale, sighs, open mouthed. You can also find yourself in a child's pose. This is your practice. But whenever we're ready, we're going to do that sequence again on both sides. So inhale, send the right leg out long, knee to nose. Inhale out long, exhale, knee to left elbow. And then this time, knee to right elbow, shift your weight, find your fallen star. With control, send it back to three-legged. Exhale, hug the knee into the nose as you step it through. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, interlace and find your fold. Inhale to rise back up. Exhale, find your twist. Inhale to find exalted. Exhale to open up to warrior two. Inhale, flip the palm, reach up and over for reverse. Exhale for extended side. Inhale for triangle. On your next inhale, find reverse triangle. Exhale back to warrior two. Inhale to high lunge. Exhale, plant your palms, chaturanga, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Taking a couple more deep breaths here before we do our last round on the other side. Inhale, left leg, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to send it back. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale to send it back. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Shift your weight. Find fallen star. With control, send it back to three-legged. And exhale, step it through. And inhale, reach those arms overhead for a high lunge. Exhale, interlace the fingertips and find your fold. Inhale to rise back up, arms overhead. Exhale, find your twist. Inhale for exalted. Exhale for warrior two. Inhale for reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale to triangle. Take an exhale. On your next inhale, press out of that front foot to find reverse triangle. Find warrior two and your high lunge, and then plant the palms, send it back for a chaturanga. And then this time, instead of downward dog, we'll all meet in child's pose. Noticing the breath, noticing any fire we may feel throughout the body. We are strong, our bodies work hard for us. Inhale to walk your fingertips up to come up to a seat. And here we'll do a little bit of core work before we end it with some stretches. So find your boat pose. So you can stay here with your shins parallel to the mat, or you can use your hands to help you straighten out those legs and try to maintain that shape. So you're engaging your core, not sinking in the back or feeling any strain in the back. And then we'll slowly lower down to a hollow body hold. So keep those arms overhead, those toes hovering off the mat. And exhale, lift back up to boat. Feel the shakes, embrace the shakes. Inhale, lower back to hollow body hold. Exhale to come back up to boat. Inhale, find your hollow body hold. Exhale, come up to boat. Inhale, hollow body. Exhale, boat. Inhale, hollow body. Hold as long as you can until you can't hold it anymore, and find your reclined laying position on the mat. Option to bring the soles of the feet together and let those knees open wide for reclined butterfly. And then we're just going to do one more fiery pose, I promise. So we're going to do a bridge pose. So place your feet as close to the glutes as comfortable, and inhale, press those hips up towards the sky, engaging the glutes, pressing firmly through your feet and your hands. Maybe you walk those shoulder blades underneath you and clasp your hands underneath for more chest opening, chest expansion. And then we'll slowly lower and we'll go right into a happy baby. So grabbing the outer edges of the feet or the inner edges or the big toes, however our baby is feeling today, whoever makes our baby happy. Option to rock side to side for a nice lower back massage, taking any movement you need here. And then we'll send the left leg out long, reach the right up, hands to reach the toe, flexing the foot as we find that leg stretch. You can grab the big toe and open that leg out to the side. On an exhale, send it over to the other side for a supine twist. Leg can be long here or bent. Just want to make sure that our right shoulder blade is staying glued to the mat. Gazing over those right fingertips. And then we'll switch the leg. So send the right leg out long, hug the left knee in, and then take that left leg out long, reaching for the foot. Flexing the foot. And then you can grab your big toe or the outer edge, inner edge as you open that leg out, opening the hip. And exhale, take it to the other side for a supine twist. Whatever variation, just making sure our left shoulder blade is glued into the mat, gazing over to the left side. And then we'll send both legs out long as we find our Shavasana. So Take a big deep breath in through your nose and exhale fully through your mouth, releasing all that stale air. Allow your body to settle in, letting go of any remaining tension, letting each breath bring you deeper into relaxation, softening your eyes, relaxing your jaw. Trying to release any distractions or thoughts. And when you're ready, we'll start to wiggle those fingers, wiggle those toes, bring some awareness back into the body. And when you're ready, we'll roll over to one side. And then slowly press back up to a seat. Thank you guys for joining me for this today. I also want you to thank yourselves for being present in this moment, and I'll see you next time.